A lot of people don't realize how much time is consumed by scrolling on your phone and how much time is wasted by doing that, right? Um, it's a very bad habit to adopt, right? And it's still, again, I'm speaking for myself, it's still something that I still do right now. But I still manage to get work done. I still manage to get the work I need, um, the work that I desire, the amount of progress that I need. Like if I'm writing a script, if I'm writing a script, maybe I write 7 scripts, so that's 8 pages, and okay, I need to record at least 4 to 5 of these videos, right? And I still manage to get some work done. Now, would I have gotten more work done if I didn't scroll? Yes, for sure, yes. I would have gotten more work done if I didn't scroll. But because I was scrolling and time wasted, I got less work done. And that is the fundamental effect, and that is the negative effect of scrolling, is that it will hamper your progress. You could be someone that scrolls, right? But you still get work done. But imagine the amount of work that you would have been doing, like that you could have accomplished if you didn't scroll, right? Imagine the amount of progress you would have made if you didn't scroll, right? And that's something that you really need to consider and really need to think about. Yo, why am I doing this? Why am I still scrolling? Why am I allowing my brain to continue to search for this dopamine effect by scrolling and finding something interesting or finding something entertaining or whatever, right? Because fundamentally it's not good for your brain as well. It's not good for your brain to be addicted to X, addicted to Instagram, addicted to TikTok, addicted to YouTube. It's not beneficial for you to be addicted to these platforms, addicted to Facebook, addicted to Threads, addicted to Snapchat. It's not great, it's not good for you. It's seriously not good for you, and there needs to be a plan put into place, right? You as a human being, you need to put a plan in place. You need to seriously consider to be like, okay, I'll stop this, right? And yes, I've gotten better. I do scroll less. I've scrolled less over the past couple of months, right? So yeah, right now we're in January. Yes, there's progress there. I've done better. I scroll less. However, I still find myself in certain intervals and certain days. I think for me, it happens mostly when, especially if I've slept late, if I've slept maybe past midnight, if I've slept at 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, and if I wake up the next day, I find myself scrolling. However, if the opposite happens, if maybe I go to bed at 7 o'clock, or if I go to bed at 8 o'clock, on that day I won't on the morning that there's a less chance for me to scroll. I won't be scrolling. I'm not saying that it's a definite guarantee that I won't be scrolling, but the chances of me scrolling are like 10%, right, on my phone. So I don't scroll. I'm more focused. I'm more okay. All right. Right now I need to pray. After I pray, read the word, then I go and I take action. I take action on the goals that I need to do, on what I need to accomplish, right? And that is essential for us, right? You need to replace the scrolling with something more productive that you can do, right? Replace the scrolling with something more productive that you can do for yourself. Maybe an interesting book that you love. Whether it doesn't have to be an educational book. It could be a non-fiction book where you use that to replace the scrolling with. And yeah, when you just reading that story, it will be beneficial for you because it will expand your vocabulary. Even though you're not learning anything, your vocabulary will be expanded through reading the English language, or whatever language it is. Whatever language you reading that book in, your vocabulary will be expanded either way, because there will be words that you don't understand, and then you'll look up those words, and that will be very, very helpful for you in your communication skills and in everything. It will be so helpful for you, right? Reading any type of book will be helpful for you, right? Especially those relaxing ones where it's just a story, where you're using it basically for entertainment, right? You're being entertained through reading this book, basically. And that is the best way. That is the direction you need to take, right? Because sometimes when you are when you don't expect, right? When you are unexpectedly entertained through looking at something on your phone, right? A lot of the times it's, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but when you spend 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, 6 hours on your phone, you're just watching entertainment, that's just a negative thing. It's a negative thing, right? Sometimes when you are unexpectedly entertained by something, you end up spending a lot of time watching it, right? Even when you know you have to get that specific goal done, even when you know you need to get that specific goal done, you just put it off. You'll be like, oh, in the next 30 minutes, in the next 10 minutes, in the next 20 minutes, in the next 30 minutes. While you're watching, you'll be like, in the next 40 minutes, in the next 50 minutes. And that is the issue. That is the problem. That is a problem. Right? And some other times, for some other people, it's not distractions, it's not a phone, it's not a TV. For other people, it's just a lack of clarity on the specific project. So when they get a lack of clarity, that's when procrastination kicks in. The procrastination could look like, I don't really know how to tackle this. I don't know the first step of tackling this. So until I know how to tackle this, I don't think I'll do it. Because they don't know, to them, they don't know how to tackle it. They'll be like, I'll leave it. But if you just start, the clarity will form. The clarity will begin to form. You'll begin to read other things to understand this, to understand that in that project. And the clarity will begin to form. You'll begin to see it, right? You just need to start. You just have to start, right? Even when there is no clarity, you need to begin. Even when there's no clarity, you need to begin. You will get clarity later on. The clarity will come. You will get clarity later on, right? And sometimes for other people, it's just that they don't feel like doing it, right? And at that moment in time, they don't feel like doing it. It's not that they don't love what they do. It's just that at that moment in time, they don't feel like doing it. And that is when you need to do it the most. When you feel like you don't need to, when you feel like you don't want to do something that is important to you, right? When you've been doing something that is important to you for a while, for a minute, for weeks, and there comes a certain day where you feel like, I don't feel like doing it. I feel lazy today. I feel relaxed or whatever. That is the moment you need to do it the most. For your brain to rewire your brain and to have that neuroplasticity and have the new neurons, new brain waves, right? To rewire it, right? So that even when you don't feel like doing it, you keep doing it. So that when you keep doing that, right, there will be huge progress. There will be huge progress in that specific goal that you're attempting, right? And yeah, as human beings, it is essential to focus on these things and to just really be focused, right?